Today we are talking 15 NFL free agents and where I think they will be signing right after this. My name is Kevin Barral of the KO Podcast. I want you guys to like and subscribe to this video and follow us on all our social medias, which include Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Join our Discord server and follow us on Twitch. All right, let's get started with the first free agent. All right, so I got the first 15 free agents from the Pro Football Focus free agent board or whatever it's called. There's no specific best to worst. I'll just put them in a random order. So we're going to start with one of the most anticipated wide receivers, which is Allen Robinson. I have him going to the Miami Dolphins. Now, I only have 3 guys going to the Dolphins. There's a lot more guys that have gone to pretty much back to their own team. But I do go off what I've been hearing with reports. And I've been hearing a lot about Allen Robinson possibly heading down to South Beach. There's rumors of him going there. PFF actually has him going back to South Beach. I personally like this signing for the Miami Dolphins. You get another receiver who could push off. You just get another target to and if you go into draft, you get a guy like maybe Devonta Smith or Jamar Chase. By the way, working on a new mock draft already with trades. That's gonna be real good. But yeah, I do like Allen Robinson for the Dolphins. You add him with Devontae Parker, Jakeem Grant, possibly Jamar Chase, if you go for a wide receiver, got him with Preston Williams, big man Preston Williams. You have a good tight end in Gesicki. I really do like this move for the Miami Dolphins bringing Allen Robinson. So the next move is bring Anthony Harris. I think I like Anthony Harris for the Indianapolis Colts. He was from the Vikings, so PFF doesn't have him going to the Vikings. To the Colts. I think they have him going right back to either the Vikings or the Broncos. I'm not sure, but I do like I think this would be one of those fits that just helps out the defense in general, and you could use that first round pick, trade back, just like you did last season with Michael Pittman. Not get a wide receiver in free agency and then trade back in the draft, but I think this is a good player that really could help out the defense for the Colts and just bring pressure. Now, I didn't put a quarterback here, or I didn't give him a quarterback, or for in the case of the Colts, you could make the case that instead of signing a linebacker or any defensive player, go out there and get a quarterback. But I think they'll get either Carson Wentz or a Deshaun Watson kind of player, maybe even Jimmy Garoppolo if he's made available. So now the first offensive lineman is Brandon Scherff. I have him going right back to the Washington football team. I think the football team needs this guy, and they're going to give him a good deal to go back there. Those guys are building something special. They just brought Taylor Heineke back on a 2-year contract extension. That was the perfect move. I actually like him going there. Now, I also, in my mock draft, I think I have him taking either wide receiver or quarterback. No, I haven't even gotten to them yet. But I personally do like the fit of Brandon Scherff back on the Washington football team line. This is the perfect player for their team to build up to a championship team, because that NFC East is very, very weak. The Philadelphia Eagles, I'm pretty sure they're going to go into a rebuild, especially right after they trade Carson Wentz. The Dallas Cowboys, you don't even know what they're going to do with QB. The 2 teams right now that have the best chance of making the playoffs out of that or coming out of that division are the Giants and the Washington football team, folks. I have no belief in the Eagles. The only way I could see them going back is, making the first seed or going back to the old Eagles, the Super Bowl one, is if they make upgrades at that wide receiver spot. You have to draft either Jamar Chase or what's the other guy? Devonta Smith. You could also go out there and you could get a guy like Jalen Waddle. Hint, hint at my mock draft. One of those 3 guys goes to the Eagles. But I love this fit with Brandon Scherff. You have Taylor Heineke. I like that team. I like that team to take the next step, build your offensive line, get Brandon Scherff back. And speaking of wide receivers and all that good stuff, I have Chris Godwin going right back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would love him to go to a team like Miami, maybe even Philadelphia or Chicago. Philadelphia doesn't have cap to sign, so forget that idea. But that would be a really, really good team. And I think Chris Godwin going to a good team where he could be the number 1 receiver would be ideal, because if you look at the Super Bowl, or not the Super Bowl, but you look at that core with Mike Evans, Scotty Miller, they're all pretty much give him the ball. But Chris Godwin played like technically the wide receiver 1 last season. He didn't hit 1,000 yards. I think Evans cracked it. But besides that, I do like Chris Godwin. I think he goes back to the Bucs just to go for a 2-peat at the Super Bowl and see what they could do. The next player is Dak Prescott. I have him going back to the Cowboys. It'll either be a contract extension or a franchise tag. I expect the Cowboys to not agree on an extension and go after the tag. Now, if Prescott does eventually not sign that and go into free agency, I'm not sure of a team that would go after him, man. Maybe the Texans if you really don't want to rebuild this team and you think you have a chance. But I don't see that happening whatsoever. I don't see the Texans going after him now that I think about it. A team that could go after him, it's a good question. The Colts. I like the Colts to maybe go after him. I'm not sure, man. It's one of those that you're not even sure about. Not the Rams. The Rams can't go after him. I'm thinking division by division. The Patriots. The Patriots could go after a guy like Dak Prescott. Maybe even the Jets if you want to get rid of Sam Darnold. You franchise tag him and then you trade him. That wouldn't be a bad move either. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think Prescott does stay back with the Dallas Cowboys on either a franchise tag or a 4-year extension. Hunter Henry, the first tight end on our board. I'm going right back to the LA Chargers. You want to keep targets with Justin Herbert. You don't want those targets to move and have new targets every time. Now, if you add targets, that's good, but keep the core you have. Maybe sometimes make changes, and Herbert will be adjusted to those guys, and he will have the confidence that you see him having. That is the only reason why I have him pretty much staying with why I have Hunter Henry staying, because they will want Justin Herbert to keep his tight end. You saw Fitzmagic. He kept Gesicki for year 2. Now, Gesicki's another different story. But when you look at it, he's built the confidence. And look at Tom Brady. That's the best example I think we'll get. Tom Brady's always had Rob Gronkowski. Not always, but most of the time. Like, over 50% of his career was Rob Gronkowski. Most of his Super Bowls were with Rob Gronkowski. His Super Bowl last week on Sunday was with Rob Gronkowski. That's how the tight end quarterback is so important. And that's why I have Henry going back, so he could build a bigger relationship with Justin Herbert on the field. Next player is Joe Thuney. I have him going to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins bring in a lot of Patriot guys. You have Landon Roberts, Kyle Van Noy, Eric Rowe. Those are just some of the name. And you bring in Joe Thuney to help out your offensive line. Ted Karras is another one. I really do think the Dolphins should go after this guy, give him like a 2-year deal, kind of the Byron Jones deal, just a little bit less years and a little bit less money. I do like this fit for the Dolphins. If I don't see Thuney going there, it could probably be going back to New England or signing with a team like the Panthers if they lose one of their offensive linemen, which is going to come up in a couple minutes. Justin Smith, my bad. Justin Simmons. I have him going to the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons need defensive help. That team is pretty close to competing. I like their offense as of right now. I like their line. I like their offense. It's their garbage defense. That defense is horrific. It's horrible. If you bring in a guy like Justin Simmons to help out the long shot passes and block those or deflect them or even pick them off, that'd be perfect. I love Justin Simmons for the Falcons. They either have him with the franchise tag, Pro Football Focus, or going back to the Broncos. But I think I see him going back to the Falcons. I see him going to the Falcons, a team like that would really use Justin Jefferson. Kenny Golladay is my next guy. I have him going to the Detroit Lions. Now, Kenny Golladay could be going to many teams. You could see the Bears, the Jaguars, the Dolphins. Now, I'm putting the Dolphins because the Dolphins have the money. He could even go to the Eagles. If the Eagles release some guys, the Raiders would be a good fit for him. 49ers. I'm naming some teams, but I think I see him going either back to Detroit on the franchise tag or he could even go to LA now that I think about the Rams because he's really, really good with Matt Stafford. But no, at the end of the day, I see him going back to the Lions. The Lions is a good fit. All right, Lavonte David. I haven't going to the Miami Dolphins. I heard a rumor about, or not a rumor. It's like more of a. Oh, my bad. You guys already know the next one, Shaq Barrett. But yeah, you guys already. I saw something, and it looked like people are saying that Lavonte David to Boston would go to Miami. I don't see that happening. But after that report, I got happy. I got really happy. So I threw him going to Miami. I see it's either Miami or Tampa. This is probably the biggest long shot I see the Dolphins. This is the biggest long shot team I think David will go to. It's either Miami You could even say Oakland. Oakland would be great fit. The Falcons. The Falcons would be a nice one too. The Falcons have to spend money on defense. It's just that simple. Or Chicago. Chicago would be a nice fit. But if I had to say a team, he stays in Florida and goes to the Dolphins. If not, Tampa. It's either Miami or Tampa, in my opinion. Now, of course, you could say Colts. All 32 teams would want this guy, honestly. Besides the Chiefs or the not even the Packers would want him, but all 32 teams want it, or technically 30. I just took 2 off of the board. Shaq Barrett, you already saw it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really do like this fit for Shaq Barrett. I think he stays with the Bucs. He won a Super Bowl, for the love of God. He's franchise tagged, so I think I see him getting franchise tagged again. So they could bring back Gronk. I think Gronk's a 1-year deal. Chris Godwin, you could bring him back. All these guys, you got to bring them back. You got to bring them back. And I think that starts with getting Shaq Barrett on a franchise tag. Now, if you have money for him, give him a 2-year extension, and then you franchise tag him after those 2 years, and you work out some kind of contract extension. Tom Brady has 1 year left on the deal now, so he played his first one. Now he's playing his second. I think it was a 2-year deal worth $40 million. This is the last year of his deal, so they're going to have to renegotiate a franchise tag Brady. Now, Taylor Moton. I think I see him going to the Patriots after the loss of Joe Thuney. That would probably be the best fit for him. I do like that. I don't know much about him, but he should have had a good season to be top 15 in the PFF. So, one of the top offensive linemen. Trent Williams, I think I see him going back to the 49ers. Now, I was thinking, what team would want him? And then I said Washington football team. And then I said, this man got traded from the Washington football team. So, no, I don't see that happening whatsoever. Another team, he didn't want to go to Vikings. Vikings would have been a great fit. I would say the Dolphins. The Dolphins have always had an interest in him. But no, at the end of the day, I think he gets franchise tagged, and then they work out some kind of a contract extension. All right, we're going to go to our last guy, but I want you guys all to like and subscribe to the video before we hit that. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the month, and I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's going to be a while. We're growing pretty quickly. We're going at a good pace. I'm taking this little by little, this growth thing. Just remember, I want you all to like and subscribe, and follow us on all our social medias. We're trying to do stuff on there. We're trying to get you guys involved, and that would be great if we can get we're trying to hit 100 followers on Instagram. On Twitter, I'm trying to hit 200 followers, and on Facebook, I think we're over 300 followers. So that's good. We're trying to hit 1,000 on Facebook. Join whatever groups I have linked below. Baseball groups mainly, some football groups. They're all Latin groups, so I suggest you guys to join them. And that's about it. So let's get our last guy, Will Fuller. I'm going to the Packers. The Packers were pretty much going desperate mode at the trade deadline, trying to trade for this guy. I see them getting this guy. I think he will sign some kind of a deal. Packers will have to make some releases. They'll have to make some trades to get rid of cap. But you will sign Will Fuller. You have to sign Will Fuller. It's not I think I am. You will sign Will Fuller. And then you have the draft. You have a good pick. You could get a guy like Kadarius Toney, which now I'm thinking about it. I might even put him on the Packers for my mock draft. Or a guy like Rashad Bateman. I do like those guys for the Packers. But I mainly think Will Fuller goes to the Packers. Now, other teams that Will Fuller could go to, back to Houston, be the main centerpiece of that rebuild at the receiving core. You could go back to Los Angeles. You could go to LA, the Rams. You could go to the Raiders, which wouldn't be a bad team. The Saints could use maybe another receiver. The Dolphins. I'm always going to name the Dolphins with the receiver because the Dolphins need one. They're desperate for one. I've been hearing Marvin Jones. We'll get to 15 more probably next video, but this is for sure Friday's video being recorded on Thursday. No free agent signings will happen. No Deshaun Watson trade just happened as of right now. If it does, I would be absolutely shocked. And I'm going to check right now on Twitter. Yeah, nothing on Watson. Watson still looks like he wants to get out of there. Texans are pretty much holding him back. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. This is actually one of this was a pretty fun video to record. Some videos I do have fun recording, but just the process of getting ready for the videos takes a while. All those pictures, those thumbnails that I put on there, they take a while to make. Trust me. Not these, but when you have to look up stats, you have to look up so many tabs to open. It takes a while, but I do enjoy doing this stuff, and that's what I'm trying to do for the future. So remember, guys, to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.